Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe if you are new here. Both Tiny and T.I. have been charged of abusing young women and trafficking girls. A woman by the name of Sabrina Peterson made these outrageous charges. T.I. and Tiny were once friends or associates of Sabrina, who now runs her own company, Glam University. Some refer to her as a friend. She may be referred to be a crazy stalker by some, but she seems to have all the tea on Tiny and T.I. To put it simply, it is said that T.I. and Tiny have been up to some weird, amazing stuff. However, none of the claims presented in this film have been shown to be accurate. Sabrina brought all of this to light initially when she made this post on Instagram calling T.I. for threatening her with a weapon. She said, "The sad part about being a woman and being a black woman is this: the public praises our predators. T.I., you put a gun to my head in front of children, and I never called the police on you, but for years you have painted me as the villain." Before she shut it down, the Shade Room took screenshots of her comment area. Someone inquired, "Tip, put a gun to your head." Wow, she said yes because I was beating up his female assistant that was treating Tiny like a slave. Tiny did reply, and she even produced the receipts from Sabrina's post of T.I. with her children, referring to T.I. as a good uncle and Tiny in the caption. Hold up, so you want your abuser to train your sons? He was just uncle 2 years ago. Now when did you say my husband assaulted you? Did you change your mind or change it back? What's up with you today, Pooh? I'm confused. Stop harassing my family. You strange. Everybody know you've been special face slicing seminar. Please get help, but leave us alone. During her Instagram live, Sabrina retaliated against Tiny and strengthened her accusations against T.I.
Your husband put a gun to my head after me looking out for you on several occasions. You are the better woman. I'm saying you're the woman that's always somewhere crying. You're the one that's always being cheated on. You're the one, but you the one that wants to go run to your friends and tell them what he did wrong in X, Y, and Z. And I was so young, I did not know. I didn't know to not listen to a woman when she's going crazy and crying about her relationship. The only thing I knew is that my friend was going through X, Y, and Z, and I jumped the in like the dumb I was. When he was arrested, that one silver revolver with the long nose on it was the gun that he put to my head, screaming, "Bitch, I'll kill you, bitch, I'll kill you." He was on probation. I never once called the police on him. I never once started a case. And as far as my child knowing him, your children call me, your daughter calls me auntie. So as far as my child taking a picture with him and me saying that's his uncle and X, Y, and Z, that was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. My child has never been in a private setting with him at all. Let's be clear on that.
T.I. Hot.
He is
Nice.
One time he and Tiny invited me over for dinner.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
Oh. I was quite flattered.
They were like,
Why didn't you
guess
go?
what's for dinner? You bitch!
Sabrina persisted in snooping on Tiny and T.I., hinting that they use cocaine and that they look for women to have threesomes with. By the way, this is not a brand new rumor. The fact that T.I. and Tiny enjoy having threesomes is very well known. Additionally, Rob Kardashian disclosed a few years back that his baby mama is Blac Chyna. This rumor is not new, as he was having threesomes with Tiny and T.I. But according to Sabrina, T.I. and Tiny have harmed a number of girls. Additionally, she posted several accusations from some of the purported victims on her Instagram account, and one of them publicly stated this: "I met T.I. almost 16 years ago next month here in Colorado for the All-Star Weekend. We ended up lost backstage at the free concert he gave at Nike Town. VIP and stage were upstairs, the crowd was downstairs. This was my B-Day weekend, and I was 16. My best friend was 15. We were pressured for sex and to take drugs even with him and his team, knowing we were underage. This is a really, really stunning accusation. And once more, we are unable to verify its veracity. But if it is, this is a very unsettling situation." Sabrina didn't stop there either. She continued by sharing a number of stories written by other ladies who supposedly interacted with Tiny and T.I. Tiny and T.I. would select girls and invite them back to their room during some of these purportedly consensual exchanges. However, drugs were frequently used, and regrettably, many of these girls report that they were exploited while under the influence of drugs. Additionally, a few victims claimed that Tiny and T.I. would physically and verbally assault them. If T.I. was showing too much interest in a girl, Tiny would become envious, and according to one victim, Tiny would become so envious that she would attack the girl. I rushed in, struck her, then strangled her out as she attempted to defend herself against Tiny and T.I. These accusations are absurd, really. Another claimed that Tiny and T.I. had beaten and abducted her husband, as well as kicked down the door of her neighbour next door. I must reiterate that the veracity of these claims has not been established. Therefore, I will not claim that they are. I will not claim that they aren't. However, given that T.I. and Tiny have been accused of a number of offences, including tampering with minors, the fact that Tiny's buddy Shakina came forward and asserted that Sabrina was the one assisting them in recruiting girls did catch my attention. According to Shakina, Sabrina was actually enlisting ladies for Tiny and T.I. She also asserts that Tiny is still the object of Sabrina's desire, which is the reason for her anger.
Listen, if Tiny would pay that hoe some attention, she wouldn't be even into it right now with T.I. She's looking for fucking attention. She wants Tiny. She obsessed with Tiny. Like, she wants Tiny to be her girlfriend. Now, listen, this is my thing. If it came out, the Tip pulled a gun on her, right? How do we change from Tip not the victim no more? Tip is the victim and Tiny now is the legend. How do we go from that? So she done got mad at Tamika for taking up her husband. Here go the whole damn thing. She has a problem. She ain't talked about nothing about how she Tamika and Tip. I said what I said. Why she ain't talking about how she done sucked his and fucked her and her? So why we ain't talking about that? Let's get into it. Yeah, y'all want to talk about that? Get into it. I'm trying to figure out why she ain't told y'all how much she done. Why she ain't told y'all about she wanted the women who used to go recruit the bitches for them to what's up? Hey. Hey, now they go the real seat. And she women empowerment. Why she didn't tell y'all that she done had some of that too? Why she didn't tell y'all? She talking about all the rest of these folks running around here getting why she didn't tell y'all she been I ain't never damn one of them. I don't get involved. I don't know what they do in their lifestyle. I'm not a part of it. But I know she done been by. Well, ask her what was going on when she was in the threesomes and the foursomes. What happened with her? Huh? What about when she used to go get to recruit the hoes for them? Where's she at in this? Black power. You so into the power, but you the one recruiting the hoes to come get f***ed. But now, you say they done pull the gun out. You want to go with the gun instead of just saying you done been Miss Sabrina?
Despite all, I still find it impossible to deny the accusations made against T.I. and Tiny. Even if they are untrue, please share your thoughts about this video in the comments section below. If you care, kindly like, comment, subscribe and share this video. I appreciate you viewing and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.